Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
I'm James Spann. This is the morning edition of the Weather Extreme video. This is for Tuesday, the 23rd of August. Of course, the eyes of the weather world are on Hurricane Irene. Will it make landfall in the Carolinas? Will it just skirt the coast? Will it be a problem for New England? We'll take a look at that and talk about our weather, which kind of looks dry for a while. We'll check some of the Skycam shots around the network this morning. First off, the view from Tuscaloosa. Looking north over toward the Hugh Thomas Bridge from the top of the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse, the sky is clear. Here's a look at the Fayette Skycam up in northwest Alabama. And downtown Clanton in Chilton County is seen from the Skycam there, right by First Baptist Church of Clanton. All right, there's that heat ridge covering much of the south-central United States. All of the major convective activity is up on top of the heat bubble. Boy, it got hot yesterday. Look at the highs. Yes, it was hot in Texas, but let me tell you what, we actually had a few triple digits around here. Tuscaloosa hit 100. I think Birmingham's high was 99. The cool air is there. It's over the northeastern states, but you can see clearly that the bulk of it is missing us. Now, this morning, there's your intrusion of cool, dry air. I say cool, really dry air. And there's a huge gradient in the dew points from northeast to southwest. You go down to Mobile, you got dew points in the 70s. You go up to, say, Mentone, Fort Payne, Scottsboro, and their dew points are almost in the 50s up there. And we think that the lower dew points will ultimately win the battle and mix down here today. And we think by, mid-afternoon, we'll see dew points only in the 50s. So the humidity should be much lower today, making the heat feel a little more comfortable. There's the watch warning map, a couple of boxes up north. And again, that's on top of the heat ridge. You can see those two mesoscale convective systems over the Midwest, pushing southeast. Some early morning thunder. Slight risk up north. Chicago, Milwaukee, Grand Rapids. And tomorrow, slight risk for places like Detroit and Cleveland and Indianapolis. QPF chart, not much. In fact, we basically should be dry for the next 5 days. And having said that, come on, there's always the chance of a little pop-up speck on radar somewhere, but most everybody should be dry through the weekend. This is valid through Saturday evening at 7. And, of course, the big numbers are offshore with Irene, and that's going to be the talk of the weather offices around the nation for a few days. And really, in the tropics, Irene is the only game out there right now. You got the wave in the eastern Atlantic that's northwest of the Cape Verde Islands. That's no threat to land. And that good-looking wave that came off the coast of Africa kind of fizzled. So we'll focus on Irene. And there you go. This is now a Category 2 hurricane with top winds of 100 miles an hour, moving west-northwest at 12. Modeling, pretty good agreement. The eastward shift is continued, and really the best blend of models, they take it up toward the North Carolina coast. And some, including the GFS, really wants to keep it over toward the Outer Banks this weekend on Saturday. So certainly our friends in Florida are breathing easier, in Georgia. And even South Carolina, I think, Hilton Head and the lower coast down there, they're going to miss the bulk of the effect of this thing. It's going to be the focus on really the North Carolina coast, I believe. And we'll just see if that shift to the right continues. There's the intensity forecasts, and we do have a few models that ramp it up to Category 4 status, and the Hurricane Center does that as well as it moves over warm water with relatively low shear. There's your official track. Comes right up through the Bahamas as a major hurricane, and that is a very big problem for our friends in the Bahamas. And they are battening down the hatches this morning, rushing preparations to completion. And the guys at NHC have this thing coming up toward Wilmington Saturday night as a major hurricane. And obviously, again, our friends that are, remember, the way these things work, the worst onshore flow, the big storm surge will be along and east of the landfall center. So from Cape Fear and Wilmington off to the east. Could get the worst of this thing. But, this could change. This is still early in the game. I mean, come on, this thing is sitting on the coast of Hispaniola. The errors in the track could be, 250 miles or more at that length. So we'll watch for changes. But, again, clearly no impact on our state. There's the GFS. This is the OZ run, valid at 7 o'clock local time this evening. Core of the heat back over the Four Corners. Phoenix will do 116 today. It's pretty hot out there. And around here, northerly flow aloft, and down below that, the dry air kind of moves in and takes over. And again, we think the dew points drop in the 50s today. So we go up in the low and mid-90s. It'll be hot, but it should be a comfortable kind of hot, unlike yesterday that was just kind of sweltering. Tomorrow, pretty much the same thing. Dew points creep up a little bit, but we'll still be dry. Here comes Irene right up through the Bahamas. Thursday, a weak little surface boundary is north of us. And, we might want to mention an outside risk of a shower Thursday, but don't get your hopes up for rain. Irene is east of Fort Lauderdale. There's Friday. That front fizzles out. Irene is east of Charleston, southeast of Charleston. Big hurricane. And then Saturday, this is Saturday evening at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, we're just bone dry here. We're on the subsidence ring. And the GFS has Irene really coming up toward the Outer Banks. So, that's a problem right there. I mean, that's a major hurricane. And again, whether it comes up into Wilmington and comes inland or really stays just offshore skirting the Outer Banks, we don't know that yet, but this is just one model. Sunday evening at 7 o'clock, that's a big mess for New York City and New England, Boston, Bridgeport, Atlantic City, Philadelphia, goodness. And again, this is Sunday evening at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And if this is right, imagine what Monday morning is going to be like when folks are trying to open up for business up there. It's going to affect transportation and commerce and just a lot of stuff. And this is pretty nasty looking. So be aware if by chance you're trying to get up there to one of the big airports in New York City or, Logan at Boston Monday morning, good luck with that. There's Monday evening at 7, back to the upper look. And again, very strong trough coming through Canada, and that thing will be accelerating northeast. And there's the surface chart. It's moving out of Maine, moving up into the Canadian Maritimes Monday evening. And again, we're dry as a bone here. I mean, we're going to have a hard time buying a drop of rain, and there's a week from today, still dry. Check the end of the forecast, September 8th. We need a trough over the east to bring down that first front of the fall season. Us fall weather fans want to celebrate. We are into meteorological fall here, but hey, a 588 flat ridge going nowhere, and that just looks hot, muggy, scattered showers and storms, more like summer out there. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
In back-to-back ratings periods,
more people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.